After a delay and a scramble to get this thing up and running, we are live here from the Galaxy Comet Stadium, exit 3, Dixon Road. We're here live for some Mills Comets football, technically, here on the Mills Sports Network. Brought to you by Natural State Sports. I'm Trip Keeter, alongside, blessing me with his presence this afternoon, is the voice of the Sylvan Hills Bears, Jake Hall. Mr. Jake, how you doing?
I'm doing great, ready to call some soccer. First time touching soccer this year, and I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to be here, too. And we got I believe this is the conference opener for the Mills Comets. And taking the field this afternoon. We're just still trying to scramble and get everything going because we have a bit of a different broadcast setup than we're used to. We don't have a cameraman on top of the press box. We are using the stadium huddle cam. So that was the main the main reason why we were having a bit of a delay of getting started. Neither team has scored just yet here in the first half. We're only about, I'd say, 15 minutes past kickoff, and the Lady Comets are looking to make an attack here to get on the board first.
Lonoke's been knocking at the door. They've made a few shots, not a few shots, but a couple attempts at trying to get a shot off, but they've been called offsides a couple times, and that's really set things back. Lonoke's been playing some good defense, but it looks like the Comets might have a shot right here.
And that was Molden controlling the ball on the near sideline, trying to find some open room, but the Lady Jackrabbits swarmed her, and now they're on a run here.
Oh, nice
upfield,
pass.
Look out.
That's a nice pass right there. Onside. Let's see if they can get it.
Here's Ward. Still trying to break free, and a save by the Lady Comets.
That was some great defense right there by the Comets.
Yes, it was.
The Jackrabbits have really been controlling the time of possession so far in this first half, and for all the running around they're doing, that was a nice job to catch up to that one and not let a shot get off.
Absolutely. We unfortunately don't have the name of the goalkeeper. She's wearing a number 44, but the roster provided to us does not have a number 44.
Now, she didn't touch the ball first, and as a player goes down, that's definitely going to be a...
Uh-oh. Is that going to result in a card?
I don't think so. It didn't look too... It didn't look like it was on purpose. I wouldn't expect a card.
It looks like it was obviously a foul on Lonoke. And penalty will award the...
Free kick.
Yep. So as many of y'all have seen on my Facebook post about this broadcast, it's a bit of an experimental one because, well, I'm pretty used to broadcasting football and basketball. I can do that with my hands tied behind my back. That is getting all the equipment set up and everything. Luckily, I've got Jake with me because he's more knowledgeable in the game of soccer. But from what I understand, compared to something like football, it's a lot of a more simpler game.
That's offsides if she touched it, but she's not going to touch it. More of a simple game. I mean, as far as penalty-wise and the rules of the game, I would say it's probably more simple. When it comes to scheming up plays and how you want to run offenses, that's when it can get a little bit complicated. Even me, as much as I watch the game, I'm still not that well versed in different formations for offenses and defensive game plans, but I do know all the rules of the game and how it's supposed to be played. So I'm glad I'm here. I can help you out. As much as possible.
Speaking of soccer, the soccer season here in Central Arkansas doesn't quite end once the state championship is played. As look out, here comes Lonoke on the attack, an open shot and no goal.
Man, you know, when you're one-on-one with the goalkeeper like that, sometimes you start getting in your head when in all actuality, all you really need to do is just kick the ball, man. Just go for it. And
yeah.
But luckily the eyes of the goalkeeper for the Comets was got in her head and threw her off.
I really wish we had her number, too, here on our roster because he's been making a couple of good saves here so far. And unfortunately, that is not the case, at least for today. So a corner kick now for the Lady Jackrabbits.
Let's see what they decide to do here. They could cross it or they could just pass it out. I'm interested to see what their game. This is going to be our first corner kick of the ball game, or of the match. I believe it's referred to as a match.
We've got a Mills fan joining us here saying y'all should start broadcasting Mills soccer games. Well, that's what we're doing right now. You're in luck. And a scrum for the ball.
That was a close one.
Yeah, that was right inside the box down there.
Should be Comet's ball.
Was knocked out of bounds to the far corner that time, and it looks like I'm not sure if they're awarding Lonoke the ball or not.
I haven't seen a signal yet. Oh, I guess they're going to say it went out. It went out behind the goal is what they're going to say. Unless there was a penalty. No, I think there was a penalty. That's what it is. So they're going to give the goalie a free kick.
So we apologize the glare on the on the huddle camera as the sun has started to go down here, but there's a big old glare. It's not the same camera that we use for basketball or football. So it doesn't have those covers, those shade covers to help with the sun, block it out.
And like I said, the Lady Jackrabbits have really been controlling the ball, owning time of possession right now, and the Comets when they get it on the other side of the field, it looks like they might be able to get a shot off. They just haven't been able to work it over there enough so far this match.
It's been on the ball's been on the Lady Comets side of the field for quite a few minutes now. The Jackrabbits, every time that the Lady Comets, never mind, as I'm saying that, they come away with a steal. Bit of a back and forth game here. The Lady Comets are fighting here to get a control on the ball, and then it rolls out of bounds to the near sideline.
You know, when you're pushing it up like that, sometimes your best option is to maybe pass it back, try to gain full possession of the ball and try to set up some passing lanes so then your players can get downfield. But as I'm saying that, the Lady Jackrabbits are going to be called for a penalty, and I believe it's going to give Mills a free kick.
And you are right. Let's see who that is. That is Alexandra Massey getting set, and she kicks it inbounds, and now the Lady Comets getting ready for a attempt for a goal here.
All right, she's going to get it up the pitch, is trying to keep it away from the Lady Jackrabbits, and the Lady Jackrabbits are just going to come away with it.
I'm struggling to keep up with the names here for our Lady Comets because the
sun is hard to read those numbers, especially with the hair draped over the numbers and the sun combined. It can be a little bit difficult.
With the addition of the numbers, there's not really an order here on the roster. It's not a numerical order like most basketball or football rosters are. So it's going to be a little bit hard for let's just say slow brain to keep up with. So we will continue some soccer broadcasts as best as we can. However, it might be only Jake doing it, or it might be someone else helping out, because I will say I'm not going to give away too much information, but there's another opportunity coming up for me here soon, within the next week or so, that might throw a wrench into these plans. But we would like to broadcast these as much as we can, but it is a bit hard to do it without any sponsors.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm don't want to ruin any possible surprises, but I'm sure hoping everything works out, and maybe it's always good to expand every single sport in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I want as much eyes on it as possible. Every single sport, high school, every level, semi-pro, whichever level it is. I'm all about it.
Yeah, some people don't realize that there's just a lot of opportunities for sports here in the natural state, especially here in Central Arkansas. Like, sure, we don't have like professional sports everywhere, but like you said, we got some semi-professional teams. We've got obviously our local high school teams. And it's every time we get an opportunity to bring some exposure to these teams, it's a great time. It's a lot of fun.
When I was younger, I went and saw the semi-pro hockey team that we used to have called the River Blades.
Yeah,
I miss the River Blades. If we had a hockey team in this state, I would be there all the time.
Yeah.
Hockey is a fun sport to watch.
You can tell I'm just a little bit of a hockey fan by the jacket I'm wearing. I mean, if the River Blades were still around, I've heard some tales about them, and the fact that I'm trying to look them up on Google and stuff. There's no video at all on the internet, from what I could tell. There's no hardly any photos, so they're pretty much just a lost media, basically.
Right.
And there was the Arkansas, I believe they were called the Rim Rockers. They were the NBA D League team that was playing in the same arena. Mm-hmm. We do got professional basketball, though. The Little Rock Lightning have been playing in at Hall High School. They've been kind of barnstorming arenas the past few years. We got the Arkansas Punishers, the premier minor league football team, and they've been playing. It's so hard to find a home field around this area for minor league football that their home games have been playing up in my backyard of Heber Springs. So, and of course we've got the Arkansas Travelers, obviously, and we're speaking of soccer, the Little Rock Rangers, the semi-pro soccer team playing at War Memorial Stadium, and if War Memorial Stadium ever switched their turf from artificial turf to natural grass, that would instantly qualify the Rangers to be a professional team.
Really?
The full-on, yes. Because of FIFA rules, they require a certain length and width of the field, and also for it to be natural grass. They do not allow artificial turf at all. And so
I did not know that was part of the rules. I didn't know that. So
semi-pro, that's allowed for the smaller teams to play on like a football field, kind of like what we're doing here.
Right.
But they want, if you want to be a professional team, you got to have a professional field. So I'll just say I know some information that's just not yet public. Mm-hmm. So that's in the works right now for the Little Rock Rangers. But if you love soccer here in the Little Rock area, check out the Rangers if you haven't already. It's a fun atmosphere.
I know we're kind of sounding like Razorback sports personalities on Twitter with all the cryptic messages we're throwing out right now, but no, I'm super excited. I hope I didn't really watch too much of the Rangers last year. I know that they went pretty far in their major tournament at the end of the season. That was pretty awesome. I was really rooting for them.
Yeah, they had the best season in franchise history. They had a real good run in the playoffs. I believe they're just one match away from making it to the championship, and unfortunately fell short. Now here's an attack here by Lonoke, and stolen away by the Lady Comets.
Lady Comets have just got to do a better job of getting over that midfield line. It just seems like every time they get possession of the ball, the Lady Jackrabbits are all over them, swarming them, and just stealing the ball away.
There's a kick down from midfield all the way down to center field. And
unfortunately, Micaiah Molding couldn't haul in that pass. If she could have hauled in that pass, I think the Lady Comets could have set something up there. But
yeah. Looks like we're about 15 minutes away from the end of the half, and we'll look out for the officials, see if they want to add some extra minutes
I don't think they'll add any time. If they do, it'll be just a minute.
Probably.
There hasn't been enough penalties called for them to add too much time.
Here's an attack here by Lonoke. They're trying to set something up. Lady Comets are staying on top of it.
The Lady Jackrabbits are dancing all around a shot right now, and
just across the goal, does not go in. It's going to roll towards the corner and out of bounds.
That's going to be a free kick for the goalie.
What a defensive stand there by the Lady Comets.
The Lady Comets are doing everything they can to keep it out of that out of the goal, and right now it's being successful for them.
I'm happy to see that Mills Comets athletics overall has been kind of slowly on the rise, because for a while this was a relatively small school, a small athletics program. Just like 5-6 years ago, this stadium didn't look nearly the same as it does right now. Most of this is fairly new, built around, I want to say, 2019. It used to be just basically a small hill with some bleachers, from what I've been told by some alumni, and it's been slowly growing. And as we kind of see to our right down there, just basically across the street from where we are, the new Comets basketball arena is under construction right now.
That's nice. I know. I came up here to call. I believe it was the boys soccer tournament at the end of the season last year, and I was very impressed with what the Comets have here for facilities wise. It's very impressive. Their baseball field is nice, and I'm excited to see what that basketball arena is going to look like as well.
Oh yeah, the Galaxy, and look out! Here comes a shot from Lonoke and another save by the mysterious goalkeeper. I wish we had her number on this roster, number 44. It is not here on our Lady Comets roster, so we unfortunately can't tell you who it is. Yeah, the Galaxy. Once that place gets packed, it's a small, traditional basketball high school gym. And once that place gets packed, people get rowdy in there.
Okay. Might have a shot here. Let's see what she can do with it.
Here comes an opening. Lady Comets racing for the ball. Jackrabbits come away with it, goes out of bounds. That was Mendoza.
I like what they did there. They cleared it all the way to the other side of the field, and that kind of gave the Lady Comets an opportunity. And I think that was probably their best shot all day at a goal. So, whose ball are they going to say it was? It went out behind the goalpost, but I thought it went off a Lady Jackrabbit, which would be a corner kick. It is going to be a corner kick for the Lady Comets.
Let's see, I believe that it had Amari Lopez at the corner there, getting set for the kick. And here it comes.
Oh,
they're trying to make their way into the keeper box, but nope, it's knocked away by Lonoke.
The speed of the Lady Jackrabbits is causing the Lady Comets troubles right now.
Yeah.
That was a decent corner kick, too. It was definitely a decent corner kick. If they could have controlled it and maybe held a possession for just a little bit longer, they might have had an open shot.
Here comes a rush there by the Lady Comets. It was knocked out of bounds by Lonoke. Yeah, clearly the skill set you've got to have to play the game of soccer is you've got to have amazing footwork, and that's one of the hardest things to accomplish as an athlete.
Footwork is definitely a fundamental part of this game, and but I also believe just steady teamwork and being able to pass the ball well and receive it well is the probably the most important part. A lot more important than shooting, because you won't be able to shoot the ball if you can't pass it around and get it to an open teammate.
So it looks like both goalkeepers for both teams are unknown, because the goalkeeper for Lonoke is wearing a number 0. We don't have that on the roster. And then number 44 for the Lady Comets, we also don't have that on the roster. A good defensive stand there by Lady Comets. Look at that. I believe that was Gayton on the defense.
All right.
It's a bit hard to see with the bright numbers and the bright jersey. And look at the Lady Comets doing their best to form an attack off of a steal, but it's knocked away by the Lady Jackrabbits, and a bit of a miscommunication on the ball movement there from Lonoke.
Number 17, Helen Hirsch for the Lady Jackrabbits. I just feel like she's flying all over the field. Every single time there's a defensive stop, I feel like I keep seeing her number. She keeps making a great steal, and it's working out well for them.
So the ball now out of bounds on the far side, to throw in for Lonoke. It goes back out of bounds. I believe that's Hannah Zimmerman. And some substitutions coming in now for Lonoke.
If you're sitting in the sun, it feels pretty nice outside. But
oh, yeah.
If you're not in the sun, I feel like it's getting a little chilly.
Oh, yeah. It's been a pretty chilly day. Oh, wow.
So I didn't see what happened there.
Had some contact. I think a Lady Comet received a...
Officials having some words there, maybe telling her to calm down. Can't be having that on the field. Might just be a little bit of a warning. Next time you do that, he'll have to card you. You have those shin guards in place, but they don't cover everything.
No, they don't. I think she got caught by the ankle there. I think that it's Baltazar was being helped off of the field, and it is. It looks like she got it. She was, I believe, pointing around like the Achilles tendon back here.
We're in the time has stopped. We're right here at the 37th minute of this match, the first half.
I'm going to reset our clock here. Some people don't know that our broadcast clock is separate from the official game clock. So it's a bit difficult to time it up and make it the exact same.
No, it is difficult, and I believe if you've watched enough of our broadcasts, you could probably tell, because sometimes I know I've watched some of our other broadcasts, and you can tell sometimes that clock gets a couple seconds added to it because maybe the clock's off a little bit, or a couple seconds go missing because they're trying to keep up with the game clock.
Couldn't tell you how many times where for a football game, a Mills football game, the Comets or somebody would score a touchdown, and then the clock was supposed to stop, but it'd keep going. Here comes another attack by Lonoke. The clock has not began, and there we go. The clock took a little bit to continue from the 8-minute mark, and now it continues to roll.
All right, so it's going to be Lady Comets ball, throw in, right around the midfield line.
There's the throw, and it goes back out of bounds, and ball goes back to Lonoke. So basically, if y'all are watching this from our live broadcast, and you see our camera angle here, you can tell it's probably different from our normal broadcast. We are using the Huddle Cam, connected to the press box, and so it's a bit zoomed out than I would like it to be. So
I'm wondering if the rules in high school are the same as professional. When someone gets subbed out, if in professional, when somebody gets subbed out, they can't go back into the game.
Right.
So as we saw Baltazar come off the pitch earlier after that injury. I hope she's okay. As long as nothing's too serious, I don't know if she can get subbed back in or not.
It looked like she was in.
They're going to say handball right there.
It looked like she was just in so much pain as she was being helped off of the field, and I see her down there on the bench where it looks like she just doesn't want to put any pressure on that leg at all, and now she's just sitting completely spread out on the turf. So we might not see her for the remainder of this match.
So we got a handball here close to the box, about 15 yards away, 20 yards away from the box. So we'll see how the Lady Jackrabbits want to play this.
So they're going to get a free kick from the from the 25-yard line. They try to just kick it out as a dribble, but nope, they're going to they have to kick it, not dribble it.
You got to make a pass to somebody or just take a shot. That's a long shot, but
instantly deflected by the Lady Comets. Lonoke trying to control, but stolen back away.
It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and the Lady Jackrabbits are going to have a throw-in.
Jania Johnson was trying to start a drive there for Lady Comets as she was desperately racing to the ball, but she was double-teamed there by some Lady Jackrabbits. And a Charlie Brown kick there by Lonoke. Now we have a stoppage as officials wanted
her to move back a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit too far up the pitch.
Lady Comets, they're trying so desperately to break away, but I notice a lot of times Lonoke defensively, they like to have two defenders kind of clamp in on you and double team you as you try to get away. And that's been working for him. Attack there by Lonoke, no good. And knocked away out of bounds by Mills.
The Lady Comets have been shoved on this end of the field for so long, it feels like every single time they were about to make a breakaway, there's not really anywhere to pass to, and so the Lady Jackrabbits have just an easy time swarming them and taking the ball away. There's not really much you can do other than maybe pass back and try to hold possession and get more of your team moved up to try to open up some of those passing lanes and try to be able to work the ball down the field.
Looks like we're going to have a corner kick here for Lonoke. Just under 3.5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
So she's just going to pass it out, not go for a cross here. Oh, it's going to go right back to her, though. Nice pass across the middle. They're going to say she was offsides, I guess.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what they're going to say. They're going to say the Lady Jackrabbits were offsides. And so that's going to be a free kick for the Lady Comets.
We have an extra ball on the field now. And the Lady Comets are going to quickly fix that and kick it back out of bounds. Here comes the free kick for the Lady Comets. 2.5 minutes remaining. Someone have a cowbell down there?
It sounds like somebody does.
I believe that's the Mills boys soccer team. I think one of them brought a cowbell with them. Here come the Lady Comets on a run here.
And Lady Jackrabbits quickly put an end to it.
Yep. Ran right into a brick wall from Lonoke. There's been a defensive battle here in the first half. Another save there by the keeper, but she was out of bounds.
That was a mistake. So now that's going to be a corner kick, I believe. Oh. Actually, they're going to say it went out of bounds before she touched it. I think. That's what. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what they're going to say. I thought it went out of bounds after she touched it, but.
Yeah, it looks like she kind of slid in front of the ball and let it hit her as it went out of bounds. So maybe it was just a split second early before touching her and it went out of bounds. So the Lady Comets controlled there, but knocked back for Lady Comets, and she knocks it out of bounds. I believe that will be off her this time.
Yeah, that time it's off of her. So the Lady Jackrabbits will get a corner with just under a minute to go in this first half. Could see an exciting finish this first half, depending how this corner goes.
Here we go, a corner kick.
She's
by
just
Lonoke.
Gonna pass it out, but she couldn't control it, and it goes right to the Lady Comets, and now they're trying to move it up the pitch.
Yep, 30 seconds. Lady Comets trying to make a stand here, a fight for the ball. And ouch.
They're going to say they're going to get a penalty right there. The Lady Jackrabbits are. That's number 17, Chayton Maples, who my mistake, Helen Hurst, who gets called for the penalty right around the midfield line.
And she basically tackled Jania Johnson. Johnson looked like she twisted her ankle there for a moment as she was kind of knocked down to the turf.
So that's going to be the end of our first half of play. Score is still 0-0 or 0-0. So it was a close first half from both teams. I like the offense from. There was a couple offensive sets there that they almost scored on both teams.
Yeah,
they're going to see if we can't get some more shots on net here in the second half from both squads, and hopefully we'll have an exciting finish.
So your halftime score is 0-0. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be right back with the second half of soccer. You're watching the Mill Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble, and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merch. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting 8. I'm ballin' like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner so I know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe. I want the floor seats cause I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen, putting on the work but they don't give me no recognition. Basically the league's MVP but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable but sometimes they tend to forget it. I live my life on the edge but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love? I'm tryna shine like the diamonds on Mike's glove. Get in my way and you gon' feel it just like Mike's glove. I'm tryna go from burnt rugs to the red rugs. That's facts. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? Who gon' stop me now? I'm on the road, let me know. Who gon' stop me now? Gang, gang. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah, it's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities, I'm doing that first. Checks big and I'm sure that hurts, but it's checkmate, we ain't selling short, know the work. Ain't nowhere to hide, you ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind, cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah, man, we coming for them bags. If they said I couldn't have, get the team. I got a vision for the things you ain't believe. And here's the motto, hard work is over everything. It's that comeback. I'm calling plays, hit the pass, then the run back. Yeah, I'm far ahead and gotta run last. But we ain't letting up, we never done that. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. On the way. Yeah. On the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merged. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting 8. I'm falling like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner to know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit Chloe. I want the floor seats cause I'm tired of the nosebleeds. When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. I feel like I'm Scottie Pippen, putting on the work but they don't give me no recognition. Basically the league's MVP but the P is missing. I'm the most valuable but sometimes they tend to forget it. I live my life on the edge but my back against the wall. I make sure my shoes lace cause who gon' catch me if I fall against the odds, but I'ma beat them all. I used to have a lot of friends, I never thought my day one circle be this small, but who needs love if it's fake love?
We're getting set to begin the second half of play of Mills Comet Soccer in the Mills Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. Trip Keeter alongside Jake Hall. Jake, it's great to have you here in the Galaxy joining me this afternoon.
I'm excited to be here, Still a tight ball game, 0-0. So we'll see if any of the either one of these teams want to go ahead and break away and try to bust this game open with the first score of the day.
You know, both teams have 40 more minutes to get on the board first, draw first blood, and honestly, in this game of soccer, one goal could easily just determine it. So it's been a defensive battle during the first half, and now Lady Comets will begin with the kickoff. Both teams, these swapped ends of the field, so the Lady Comets have the disadvantage of looking into the sun when trying to get to the goal.
Whew, that was
a good defensive stop there by the Lady Comets.
That was a dangerous possession right there by the Lady Jackrabbits as the Mills put a stop to it, but it was a close call. They could have easily taken a shot on the goal at some point in that possession, but they didn't.
So as we said, the first half was very defensively driven, as it seemed that every time that Lady Comets would pick it up and stride with the ball, Lonoke, they like to double team. They like to bring the pressure on defense. It's been working for them all game.
It has been, and the Lady Comets have just got to do a better job of trying to find those open passing lanes. You can't. The Lady Jackrabbits aren't letting any player hold on to the keep possession of the ball for too long before they have to pass it away, and most of the time in the first half, they couldn't really find anywhere to pass it to. So you got to do a good job of opening up some of those passing lanes, and it should help you offensively here in the second half.
So field conditions could play a factor here, as I said earlier, the Lady Comets, they look into the sun as they try to make an attack, but down there on the near the side of the goal, there's some shade from the trees as the sun is going down. So if the Lady Comets can get close enough, they could have some, better sight at the goal and a better chance of a shot. So ball out of bounds on the far side. Lady Comets get set for a throw-in.
So far, the Lady Comets are at the beginning doing a little bit better of keeping possession of the ball and keeping it out on the right side of the field for them.
And I'll throw in this time for Lonoke.
They're just gonna. Oh, I thought she was just gonna get it to the goalkeeper, but she went ahead and passed it in the wrong direction.
Oh, what a possession there for Lonoke, because they had almost a wide open shot. As I believe that was Adriana Ward with the attack. Now we'll see a corner kick for Lonoke. Comet fans are about to, they're going to need to get used to seeing the Lonoke Jackrabbits, as they're the new conference foes in football, as the Comets are now going to be in 4A.
I think that was a mistake on the corner kick there. I'm not really sure what she was trying to do. It must have just slipped off the foot. And it's going to go out of bounds as the Lady Comets will get a throw in right around midfield.
High school soccer, this level of, AAA soccer, I feel like it's a relatively new thing. It definitely hasn't been around as long as, say, basketball or football. And I remember when Heber Springs first started their soccer campaign, I believe it was around 2016, 2017. It was a big deal. We had a lot of soccer junkies down there, and it was quite a big deal.
I didn't know. I thought just about every school had a soccer team. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And look at that. Oh, my goodness. That was a good idea there by, I believe, let's see, it was Makia Molden.
I think she was going to be off to the races if it would have been a hair to the left and not gone out of bounds. But unfortunately, it does go out of bounds. And now the Lady Jackrabbits throw it in.
She had the right idea, that's for sure. So what I recall when Heber Springs first started playing soccer, back I want to say around 2017, it looked a bit different than it does right now at this level. Both teams, like traditional professional soccer, both teams sat on their benches on the same side of the field, and so did the fans. It was a bit of a different sight, but now it's looking a bit more similar to how we're used to seeing football. A collision down there. Here the 20 ball is.
So they're gonna let them play it out.
Yeah, ball still alive, goes out of bounds, past the goal. I believe it was last touched by the striker there for Lonoke.
I think that probably should have been a penalty. I didn't really see her touch the ball before that collision, but they're going to let it play on, say no foul.
No score just yet here in the second half. And they're setting up for I believe they're setting up for a goal kick here for the keeper. I thought someone looked like they were bringing the ball to the corner. I was a bit confused for a moment. Lady Comets controlled it for a moment there off the goal kick and tried to keep it in bounds, but it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Comets. And a throw in here from Lonoke. And look out, here's a chance. And no, it looked like she was going to do a cross pass. Try to find someone open down the middle. It goes out of bounds past the goal line, and now it'll be a corner kick for Lonoke. There's the kick, and it didn't even get to the goal. It had a roll towards the right.
So they're going to say They're going to say went out of bounds off the Lady Comets. Another corner kick here for the Lady Jackrabbits. This time she crosses it and it goes straight into the side of the net. So that's going to be a free goal kick for the Lady Comets.
About 8 minutes into this second half of play. A substitution coming in for the Lady Comets. Let's see if we can catch the number on her jersey. Well, maybe not. Let's see. I believe that is I think that's Jania Johnson, number 5. Seems to be a common theme here for Comet Athletics, for the jerseys to have numbers that are difficult to read.
Yeah. In the sun and with the white, it's hard to read those white numbers for sure.
I like the neon green jersey. It's just kind of hard to see with the all white numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The football team had a very similar problem where I believe the rule has now changed. It'll be in effect for the upcoming football season, but the Comets had a white jersey but like neon green numbers that if you were looking at from too far away, you couldn't see at all.
Right.
And I believe Joe T. Robinson also had an issue just like that. The second ever game I ever commentated was on the Robinson Sports Network for the football team at Maumelle, but you're so high up in that press box, we just couldn't see the numbers. It was almost impossible to call the game.
That is a very tall press box, too.
Yeah.
It is hard to see up there sometimes.
But I believe there's going to be a new rule where the colors of the numbers and the jerseys have to contrast.
I will say this though, for football at least, the football pads and it just kind of stretches out the jersey, so it's always flat and it's a little bit bigger, so it makes it a little bit easier to see.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to soccer like this, it's very difficult. The jerseys are moving around, a lot of crinkles and wrinkles all over the jersey, and so with the shades hitting it just right, it's almost impossible to read.
Basketball I found to be a bit easier because the colors and the numbers and jerseys contrast better, and also you're just closer to the action and you're able to see it.
Well, and there's a lot less numbers to memorize, so you don't really hit. So a lot of times it's just at the top of your brain.
Comes to a point after you watch a team for so long, like for me when I was calling Comet basketball, as the Lady Comets here on the pitch looking for an attack here, and they've been on the move.
Nice pass.
She gave it up to Johnson, and she couldn't capitalize on the attempt.
I'm not sure. I know professional overtime. If they do go to overtime, I'm not sure how this match will end. If we do go to overtime in high school, I'm not sure what the rules are.
I'm not quite sure. I do understand though that I believe this is a conference game. So by AAA rule, this game has to end with a winner. And
Does it?
I believe so. For most high school sports, if it's conference play, you got to.
I know football for sure. Football and basketball. I just don't know. I don't really know how that works in soccer because I know that they do end in ties in some cases at the professional level. So I'm not sure how this will turn out.
We're doing the invitational for baseball this past weekend. I know one game ended in a 0-0 tie after only one extra inning. They didn't have to continue the game because it was non-conference.
Okay.
Look at here we go, and what a good chance by the Lady Comets.
I don't think she was expecting that. It looked like she was trying to stop a cross pass right there, and her foot just hit it super hard, and it went out behind the goal.
It was Molden who kicked the ball away, and as you say, it did not look like she was ready for it. She was in stride, trying to get closer to the goal for a better chance, and the ball came to her before she was ready. She was not expecting the pass, and now it's going to be a goal kick for Lonoke. And once again, this is one of my biggest pet peeves when broadcasting anything is just not having a number on the roster when a player is prevalent on the field of play. It happened quite a few times for basketball, but both goalkeepers for both teams, we don't have their numbers on our rosters. And they've been making a lot of plays this afternoon.
They have.
And ball out of bounds. Last touched by Dalia Miguel. And there's a possession now by the Lady Comets. And look out, he gets away. Now she was double teamed. And bit of an early look there, and now stolen back away by the Lady Comets. Trying to make a move there, but the Lady Comets seem to slow down once they get the ball. It's like they overthink too much when they're trying to figure out what to do. It looks like a couple of times they'll have a chance to just push the ball towards the goal and look for a shot, but they just slow down.
No, definitely right here. Sometimes you just need to find the open teammate and just get the ball to him, and it'll work itself out. We might be seeing a little bit of some tired legs maybe as the Lady Jackrabbits seem to have laid off a little bit defensively, it feels like.
So now it looks like we're going to have a throw in here by the Lady Comets.
Oh, she didn't throw it over her head. Oh. She didn't throw it over her head.
So it'll go back to Lonoke.
You got to throw it over your head like that.
Yeah, wow.
Which I always thought that was kind of a weird rule.
Yeah.
Even when I played soccer a long time ago, but I never really understood it. But I'm guessing it keeps it to where everybody has to throw in the same. So you can't really get a bunch of distance with it if you throw it with one arm or whichever way you want to throw it.
See, I didn't even know that was a rule. That's interesting.
Right. Yeah, you got to throw it. You got to have both feet on the ground, both hands on the ball over your head.
I guess that makes sense, just so nobody tries anything, Harlem Globetrotter move or anything. It's just a standard throw-in. So ball goes, well, looks like it's going to go out of bounds, but a Lady Jackrabbit chases it down. It's looking to get it across the field. Now towards the middle.
Offside.
Yeah, the right idea.
You just sometimes as a player you get so excited. You see that goal and you see some open field in front of you. You see the ball coming your way, and you don't even realize you're behind that last line of defense for the opposing team, and just like that you get called for offsides, and that can really ruin your chances. As sometimes you don't have too many opportunities in a ball game to get a shot on the goal, so you don't want to mess it up by getting called for offsides and getting called for offsides and just losing that opportunity.
So Lady Comets with a goal kick and now a stoppage, as I believe looks like the Lady Comets were trying to make a substitution before the kick, but the kick went off before the player could leave the field. So now here comes the re-kick. Lady Comets trying to gain control of it.
Okay.
And they steal it back.
Nice couple passes in a row there by the Lady Comets. Let's see if they can follow it up with a good possession here.
A look upfield as Lonoke trying to get it away, but here come the Comets.
You got to spread out.
He almost formed a flying V there because they were so bunched up.
And they're still pretty bunched up there, which, in high school ball, that might not be the worst idea. Having the power to cross the field with it and the accuracy and the power, that's a difficult skill. You don't see too many players at this level with that type of ability. So, that might not be the worst idea to kind of stay away from the opposite side of the field when you're close to one side of the one sideline.
Now a throw in by Mills. Johnson on the far side, and ball goes out of bounds. Now a throw in by Lonoke. Here comes a substitution for Mills Lady Comets. Let's see. Sierra Brown checking into the game now for Mills.
Another throw in for the Lady Jackrabbits.
And we're starting to get to the point where we're nearing the golden hour here, so the sun is getting close to time to set, but it's not going to set until another about an hour or so. Now here comes an attack by Lonoke.
Oh, she's going to be all alone.
Yeah,
Let's see if she can get up there and get a shot off.
Kept control of the ball through the contact. Here's an attempt, and she lost it. And a save by the Lady Comets goalkeeper, number 44. We apologize. Her number is just not on our roster provided to us, so we don't know who that is.
Like I said earlier, sometimes you just don't overthink it. Sometimes you just got to let it fly and just try to put it on goal. If you can put balls on goal equals a possible success. The more shots you have on goal, then the more chances you have of getting one in.
That was Alexis Scarborough who was pushing the ball up the field for Lonoke, and she was right in front of the goal, just about 5 yards away from it. After the free kick, here come the Lady Comets. Couldn't quite control the ball. And a collision down there near midfield. Game is getting a little bit more physical.
As tired bodies,
Yeah.
tired legs start to become more prevalent.
We're halfway through the
Oh no.
second half, and
She just touched it with her hand. I'm not really sure what they're going to call right here.
yeah, that. The huddle cam didn't really follow that as well as I hoped it could, but yeah, that looked like she slipped and fell and touched the ball with her hand.
So they're gonna say corner kick for the Lady Jackrabbits.
All right.
I thought she fell down, touched the ball with her hands inside the box, that would be a free that would be a penalty kick.
Yeah.
And I don't know, actually that might be what she's about to get.
I really miss our camera crew right now because I know they would have had a good angle on that. The huddle cam that we're using for this broadcast kind of just stopped panning to the left. So
Oh, she's about to get a penalty kick.
Really?
Yes, she is about to get a penalty kick here. So Lady Jackrabbits get to attempt a penalty kick with 19 minutes left to go in this second half of play, the final half. So this would be our first score of the game if she can get it in the net.
She's going to have a good chance as well. One big obstacle about.
I couldn't be a goalie in this situation.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'd be shaking. I don't know what I'd be doing. This is one of the more nerve-wracking plays in all of sports. I think this and the hockey when they do a shoot off there at the end of their regulation.
Here's Adriana Ward, and the kick no good, saved by the goalkeeper right into her arms. What a save!
Oh, she's the Lady Jackrabbits player who shot that penalty kick is upset with herself.
Yeah, that was Adriana Ward, and that's a situation like that. I want to say that's about 70% mental. Trying to figure out where you're going to kick it, how you're going to kick it. It's all just not overthinking it. It was a good job there by the keeper to save it. And like I said, I wish we had her number on our roster, number 44. She's had so many saves this afternoon.
She's had at least six, six, if not more, and including that fantastic one after a penalty kick. Saving a penalty kick, that's a hard thing to do, and she did a great job right there.
It was the best highlight of the game so far. As that got all the fans here in the stands on their feet. They were hyped for that one. As the boys' Comets, they're making their way off of the bleachers and going down to the field. They're getting set for their game that'll begin soon after this one concludes. Here come the Lady Comets looking for an attack here. A 2-on-4 situation heading towards the goal, and it works out for Lonoke. And then back to Mills, now to Lonoke.
They're going to clear it away, but right to another Lady Comet.
And look out as the Lady Comet an accidental header there on the pass. Now we have a Lady Jackrabbit down, but quickly back on her feet.
I feel like they all the players stopped right there. They're thinking that there was going to be a stoppage, but there wasn't. It was just an incidental contact between two Lady Jackrabbits.
The ball's been staying near the middle of the field for the past 60 seconds, and here comes an attack.
Oh.
That's Ward again for Lonoke, and she had the chance of the penalty kick. She's knocked down here.
She got cut off, but looks like they're gonna call a penalty, this is right outside of the box. So I didn't think that was a penalty. I thought the Lady Comet touched the ball first, but it looks like they are going to award a free kick here to the Lady Jackrabbits. And, I mean, this is definitely in shooting range. You have a chance right here to get a shot off as time winds down. As we're running out of time here in this match to see if somebody can score one. She goes for it.
And
just a little bit to the left.
left.
Just a little bit to the left.
Wow. Now it's heading towards the corner.
She had good height on that ball right there.
Yeah.
She just needed a little bit to the right, and that would have been in the upper 90.
I want to point out, I don't think the camera really picked it up well. I don't think it did, but we've had in the stands and now on the sideline, one of the boys comments, he's wearing a luchador mask.
I saw that.
And I'm thinking, what if he gets into the game and he's still wearing the mask? That would be fantastic.
That would be a play.
I don't know if there's a rule against that or anything, but hey, I'd love to see that. Lady Comets down the near sideline. Ball just goes out of bounds on the attack.
I was sitting here. I was getting chilly. I was like, is it really that cold outside? I turned around and they had it on 65 back here. The air.
Yeah, it was a bit toasty in here, and I turned on the AC. I think they just had it real low from when it was hot during football season.
Well, when the sun was a little bit earlier, it's probably pointing right in this press box, so it probably got pretty toasty.
It was a toasty press box once I walked in. I was the first to walk in before anybody else, so there was a shot just to the left past the net. And that ball will just roll all the way to the end of the track down there. So 14 minutes remaining here in the second. Both teams still sitting with nil. Near sideline for the Lady Comets. Trying to make some moves here on the possession. And the Lady Jackrabbits, they've just been flying all over the field defensively. At that time, that was Daniela Gonzalez, who was able to come away with a stop. But now here comes the Lady Comets again.
She intercepted the pass, and now she's moving it up the pitch on the right side.
And look at that. That's Hernandez for the Lady Comets. I thought she was about to nutmeg somebody. She was really trying to get away and slip away from the double team.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes Mills again off the steal. And I've definitely seen here in the second half some improvement defensively by Mills. A lot of times it looked like Lonoke would just be able to slip away, but Comets, they've been able to bring the pressure here in the second half. A big kick that time off the steal for Lonoke. The keeper will chase the ball down and come away with it. Far sideline now for Lonoke. Ball's batted away by the Lady Comets, but Lady Jackrabbits control.
Good job defensively by the Lady Comets to try to get it out of there, and they do.
And a fight for it now and a stoppage in play. I believe there's going to be a penalty.
They're going to call that one on the Lady Jackrabbits. I couldn't really see what happened on that possession, but it's going to be a free kick for the Lady Comets.
I believe the official down the far end was making a motion where somebody threw an elbow. I believe that's what he saw. Now we're nearing the 10-minute mark, so about half an hour into this half, still scoreless. And we don't quite know the overtime rules here for high school ball. So we'll see how this game concludes. Now, a whistle. As I guess that wasn't a good enough ball to play with. Something about that ball the official was just not satisfied with, so he kicked it away. And now here comes Lonoke with possession. Quickly stolen away by Mills. And now near side. Can't keep the ball in bounds. Ouch.
She went for it, though. All-out effort. All-out effort right there from Ashley Self for the Lady Comets. She really tried to save it from going out of bounds. Unfortunately, she couldn't. And another stoppage of play. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Lady Jackrabbits.
And it is.
See if she shoots it. She went for it.
Yep, that was Torres with the shot.
And another save.
Yeah.
By the Lady Comets goalie. Again, the no-name goalie.
That's the case for both goalies on the field.
She's probably MVP for the Lady Comets right now. So
yeah. There's an attack here by Lonoke. Look out.
They're going to say offsides. Man, it was close. That was a very, very close call right there for the Lady Comets. I think she might have been a hair offsides.
Yeah, just barely. She found an opening, though, and I think that might have been the right call. So that'll be a free kick for Mills.
Okay. So Mills has something to work with here. Oh, she couldn't get she still got possession.
Tries to break away. Look at the fight here by the Lady Comets. Number 22, Sherlyn Hernandez. Now look out. A chase for the ball here. Lady Comets get to it first, but it's knocked away by Lonoke.
See what they're gonna do here.
Oh, look out. Lady Comets looking for a cross. Still keeps the ball in bounds.
Shot
now
available.
A shot. Just veers off to the left. So look for a second chance shot there.
Right here?
No, wow. It's getting close. It is getting close. Man, oh man, Lady Comets has been making the effort here.
They had a few chances right there. A couple good shots. That last shot right there was definitely on goal. Unfortunately, it was stopped by the Lady Jackrabbits as they were just knocking at the door, and they're going to say it's going to be a corner kick for the Lady Comets. So it's going to stay on this end, and they get another chance at it right here.
The Lady Comets score here. It's going to be hard for anybody watching to see because it's the glare from the sun right now on our cameras.
That is pretty rough.
Oh, yeah, it's not good. We need some shade here from the trees. So it's going to be a corner kick.
Couple substitutions made.
Yep.
By the Lady Comets.
It's going to be a corner kick for Mills. 7 minutes remaining here in the second half. Here's the kick from the corner, and some scrum here in the middle of the field. Knocked away. Lady Comets try to control it. Look out. Man, the Lady Comets are just desperately trying to keep control of the ball, but they can't get a shot away. And now it goes out of bounds.
It's going to remain with the Lady Comets. So under 6.5 minutes to go here, as the Lady Comets are just knocking on the door. They've been down on this end for a few minutes now. Let's see if they can't squeeze one in there.
Everyone's kind of bunched up together as there's a missed shot. And now it looks like Lonoke's on a bit of a run. Lady Comets slowing it down here. Just over 5 minutes remaining. The remainder of the game. Now it's just a case of who wants it more during this last 5 minutes.
So now the Jackrabbits are on the attack.
And look out here.
Oh, they might
what
have a shot.
Cross inside, and the keeper again. If only we had her name, because honestly, she's earned all the credit.
She has.
So Lonoke retains possession after the save. Lady Comets trying to come away with it, but it's not quite working defensively just yet. Some contact there as the Lady Comet hits the turf. Visibly upset about it.
And she's going to get the yellow card.
Wow, a yellow card.
Yellow card there for the Lady Jackrabbits. Oh, a red card. She just got red carded for she was not happy with the yellow card, and now he pulls out the red. So she will not be entering back into this match, and she's going to take a seat on the bench.
So red card there for Lonoke. My oh my.
She was not happy whatsoever there. She just ran over a player.
Yeah.
Just very intentional. And so rightfully deserved a yellow card. And then I guess some words after the fact got her the red.
So with 4 minutes remaining, that's going to come to the advantage of the Lady Comets for the remainder of this one. And wow. So far sideline, ball goes out of bounds. They're going to have a throw in here for Mills.
So the Lady Jackrabbits are going to be down a player here for the remainder of this match. 3:30 left to go. See if the Lady Comets can't capitalize and try to get a shot on goal here towards the end of this ball game. So it's going to be Lady Comets' ball to throw it in. You got to be pushing the ball up the pitch right now if you're the Lady Comets. You're running out of time, and you have the advantage.
You have the advantage of having an extra player on the field. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the second half of play, and the ball rolls out of bounds. They're going to say it
belongs to the Jackrabbits.
Yeah. Another stoppage in play right after the throw-in. So under 2.5 minutes to go here. The match is still scoreless. Lady Comets with a throw in here. And
so a free kick's going to be awarded to the Lady Comets. I'm not sure what happened on that possession. It might have been a handball. Not sure.
Here we go on the Lonoke side of the field. They come away with a defensive stop. They tried to make a push towards the goal. Lady Comets deflected. Now it's a bit of a back and forth from both teams. Here with 1.5 minutes remaining.
That's going to be offsides.
In this game.
Offsides on the Lady Jackrabbits.
Yep.
They just can't get away from it. They've been called for it a handful of times so far in this match. They just can't seem to stay on sides when they have an opening like that.
Yep, Adriana Ward. It's like I believe her second or third offside of the game. So just over a minute remaining. And we'll see how this game closes out. Just a single goal can be the deciding factor. As the sun continues to set, we have a better... The glare is basically gone for the camera now, thankfully. Bit of a high kick there, going towards the goal in front. Some contact there with the goalie. Now the Lady Comets making a run for it here. Down the far sideline.
Got to keep control of the ball.
And they lose it. 20 seconds now. See if we'll have an extra time period, an overtime at all, or maybe a shootout. 10 seconds as the ball goes out.
That's going to wind us down.
From the far sideline, Lonoke's going to have a throw in. There it goes. And full time has concluded.
That's going to be the end of regulation. I'm not sure how they're going to proceed here. Oh, as the boys looks like the boys are taking the field. So I believe that is going to be the end of our ball game here. As it's going to end 0-0, tied 0-0.
Yeah.
Here after a tight one going down the stretch.
Yeah. So both teams, it looks like they're going down the middle of the field for the post-game handshake. And wow, I mean, just what a fast way to end the game. Both teams had some great looks there in front of the goal. Couldn't get any shots to fall. I think the MVP for this game is the goalkeeper for Mills, as she had so many impressive saves, especially from the penalty kick as well.
She was probably looking at double-digit saves there, at least 10. So it was a very impressive match by her. And, nobody could really take advantage of any of the shots that they had, and that's unfortunate. But it was still a very close game, exciting match, and I'm glad that we got to call it.
Yeah. I'm glad as well, and we thank you for joining us here on the Middle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. The boys' game initially scheduled for, I believe, 7 p.m. We will bring you the broadcast of that one. I think they're adding the time to the clock right now. It still says zeros, so we don't exactly know how much time we'll have before kickoff. Looks like it'll be a 20-minute break before we have the kickoff for the boys' game. And we will be right back after 20 minutes right here on the Middle Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.